Alrighty, so thank you all for coming out today to our Mentee informational session. We are so excited to be talking about our farmer mentorship program that we are launching this year in collaboration with OSU Extension. And so we are really happy to have y'all here, and we can get right into it. And so a little bit of an introduction for this program. This pilot program will connect experienced producers with beginning urban and small scale farmers who want to gain more knowledge, enhance their skills, business practices, and etc. And the bullet points we have listed below are what we are going to base your mentorship matches on. So we will look at your location, mentors, area of expertise, whether that's they are very versed in irrigation management, marketing, etc. Their experience with conservation practices, and other mentor attributes that you may be looking for. Maybe you're looking for an organic certification and want to go along that route, and want to be connected with a mentor that's knowledgeable about the things. Those are some attributes we consider: communication preferences, and then your overall interest and goal priorities. And so this program was really created over your guys' interest in wanting a mentorship program. This little statistic we have down here was based off our most recent workshop in Northeast Oklahoma City, where about 33% of participants experienced interest or expressed interest in being a mentee. So there is a want for this program, and so we're really happy to be able to get this started for you. And so why this program? A little bit like I said, there is interest among our members in mentorship opportunities. So that is kind of the driver behind this. We also really want to focus on increasing land stewardship efforts, so different conservation practices, whether that's cover cropping, mulching, composting. These are things that we really want to push in Oklahoma and kind of get out the awareness of that out there. So we really want mentees to consider increasing their land stewardship efforts with this mentorship program. We also want to help foster more support in the community and collaboration within the Oklahoma farming community. So we want mentees who may be not as experienced in the farming world feel more connected and hopefully get connections with fellow people in their community that might help progress them in their journey. So this is kind of a goal of this program. And then of course, preserve agriculture knowledge. We want maybe if there's tips or tricks that people have learned along the way that they want to share with their mentee, we want to be able to keep that knowledge being passed down for generations to come. So. And then, so who is this program really for? So this program in its pilot year will be most beneficial to those of y'all who are beginner, small scale and urban farmers. Hopefully along the years, as we get this program more developed, we'll be able to cater more towards experienced producers who probably have a few more years in the game, that want to get a more advanced mentorship, so that this pilot year will not be for those people that are more experienced. It's more for the beginning people. So those are who we're really targeting. We also want these people that are interested in the program to have specific goals and really know what they want out of this mentorship. So they have something specific in mind. They know where they want to go with their business. They are knowledgeable what they're lacking. That's something we really want to be able to clarify beforehand, because as I'll explain more later on, it's really on the mentee to push forward what they want in this mentorship. And then the last point are those who are proactive about their time and willing to step out of their comfort zone. I'll explain this more as we go on, but like I said, the mentees are really going to be in charge of their knowledge and their learning in this. So they're going to have to really be willing to go out and learn more and attend different educational events. Next slide. And so we want to give you a program outline just so you guys are aware of what's to come. August 1st are when Mentee and Mentor applications opened. So if you guys have not yet, Mentee applications are available on our website, and you guys have until September 1st to submit those. So still have quite a few amount of time left. They'll close September 1st, and then October 1st is when everyone will be notified of their acceptance in the program, mentors and mentees. And so once you have received that acceptance notification, you will be sent a contract that will need to be returned to OLAC staff. So that'll be due October 15th. October 20th is when mentorships are connected, and that's when you will officially know who your mentor will be. And then November 10th is going to be an internal deadline for mentees. So like I said, it'll really be on the mentee to drive this relationship. And with that, it'll be on the mentee to reach out to their mentor. And so November 10th will be that deadline for mentees to reach out for their mentor. It doesn't have to be an in-person meeting, but just reaching out, letting them know you exist, and getting that relationship started. And then January 31st in the new year, that's when we'll really start getting it going. By then, mentorships should be connected and working on the mentees' goals and plans for the year. And then throughout the year, we'll do monthly check-ins with your mentor to make sure that everything is progressing well. And so I really want to discuss the role of a mentee and really clarify what it is, what a mentee, being a mentee does and doesn't include. And so as a mentee, it is, like I said, your responsibility to remain engaged in your learning and development. Mentees must remain proactive and committed to making the most out of this opportunity. And so a good mentee will need to be willing to work with their mentor and communicate well about what they want out of this program. And so what the role of a mentee does include is taking initiative. As I said, you will be in charge of driving the relationship. And so it is your responsibility to step out of your comfort zone first and get connected, get to know your mentors, ask them questions, and really set the tone about what you want the rest of the mentorship to look like. And one of those points I want to make with that is be proactive about what you want to discuss and how you want to discuss it. One thing that you might want to take into consideration when you first get connected with your mentor is talk about confidentiality amongst the things you discuss. Maybe it's like sensitive topics surrounding like mistakes you made in the past with your business, or maybe like financial situations you want clarification on that are a little embarrassing. So just make sure that you are talking about that beforehand. And then establishing clear goals, making sure that you have fully defined goals and that you know what you want in this mentorship. We have a form later on that you can see this more clearly, but we talk about SMART goals and making sure that they are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And just making sure that they align with that, and then being flexible and understand that your goals might change and evolve with the feedback that you get. So just be receptive about how the mentorship can shape that. So manage your time effectively, be proactive in your mentor schedule and your schedule. It will be on the mentee to schedule all meetings. So make sure you're communicating that clearly, discuss how often you'll communicate with your mentor. And like, of course, you and your mentor are more than welcome to meet as many times as you are comfortable with, just making sure that those dates are clearly communicated. And so like you can set appointments on the calendar, set up phone reminders. And like if a meeting needs to be rescheduled, just let your mentor know as soon as possible and provide them with possible dates or times to be rescheduled. So just make sure you're being proactive about that. Set clear expectations. Like I said, this is the pilot year for the program, so we want to make sure that you're not overextending yourself in a way that you are expecting too much from your mentor. It is going to be, your mentor can only provide you with their lived experiences and their past ways of doing things. So just make sure you have clear expectations on what you can receive from your mentor. And yeah, just have those be clear. And that kind of ties into having boundaries. Make sure that you're with like your goals, time, and comfort, and the work that you put into this. Make sure that you're not overextending yourself, and just be clear about how much time you can dedicate to the program, and clarify, you know, what you are and don't want to do with this time. Be teachable. Take and absorb knowledge that you get from your mentor and different things that you do with them. Just be ready to receive guidance and be open to feedback. That can be positive or constructive. Just know that your mentor is supposed to offer you different perspectives, so just be aware of that. And then, yeah, discuss issues or concerns as they arise. Try to work things out simply with your mentor, but then if things don't end up working out, and that's okay if they don't, just reach out to me, and we can address something as soon as possible. And hopefully, if a connection isn't a good match, we can pair you up with someone that would be. We can go on to the next slide. So like we said, in what is included in the role of a mentee, having boundaries, but also what's not included in the role of a mentee is overstepping boundaries. So make sure, unless otherwise communicated with you, that you are always leaning on the professional side of the relationship and you're not overstepping any boundaries that your mentors have in place with you. It's kind of, you know, something that's pretty known, but just to have it out there. And then being passive, mentorship is a two-way engagement. So like I said, you're supposed to actively be seeking out what you want in this relationship. So don't step out of your comfort zone or shy away from new opportunities, but be open of what knowledge can come your way. And then depending solely on your mentor. So your mentor will be a wealth of knowledge. However, they are not the know-all be-all. They will be a valuable tool within this program, but they should not be your sole source of guidance and support. It's important to also seek out additional resources, and I'll go more into that, but just make sure that you are also doing your own research. You are also looking to other sources, and that you are, yeah, not solely depending on your mentor. And then letting your ego get in the way. Just be, and that's like in terms of feedback, just be receptive of different perspectives, and know that a new tip or trick, even if it's from like the wrong source, can be knowledgeable in some ways. Even if you're not going to take it directly, just be open to new things that come your way. And so then mentee resources. So mentees must take charge of what they want to receive out of this program. And we have some resources linked here that'll kind of help you along the way in doing that. Linked here, I have the first meeting agenda, which is linked on our Mentee portal. If you guys haven't gone there yet, it is, so here's the mentorship homepage, and that is just OLAC/mentorship, and it has all the information here. But if you go to Mentee portal, you'll have the Mentee resources attached here. And we have the application, we have this guide that has all this information that I'm talking about, and then the first meeting agenda, which we're going to review right now. And so with this, this is just meant to help guide that first meeting you have with your mentor, and kind of provide you a agenda template so that you can organize your thoughts as you progress along with this. And so here's just, you know, you guys can put any dates that you're unavailable. Maybe you're going on vacation or have a standing date that you want. to be known that you're unavailable, so you can add that there. Can have any updates, and here's some prompts that you guys can consider as you fill this out. The SMART goals, like I said here, it explained a little bit more, so you guys can add that to your agenda and have it as you can kind of see how it evolves along the year. And then progress you make on that, any important links that might be shared, maybe it's a resource that you really liked and want to keep. So this template is available for you guys to edit as you see fit. It's just meant to help you, kind of a skeleton of things. So you guys are able to edit it as much as you want to have the things that you want to be saved throughout the year. We recommend having one or having a new agenda for every meeting, just so you guys can keep track of maybe tasks your mentor give you or things you want to, comments or anything that you want to save. Recommend having that and saving it to your own files. So you guys can just go on to that link that I showed you and just make a copy of it, and you'll be able to have it for your own uses. And then another thing we have linked here is our resource hub. Like I said, it will be on the mentees to go out and do the research about different things that you want to learn about, that are concerned about, or anything else that you want to explore. And one of those ways that we can help you with that is that our resource hub on our website is absolutely free for you guys to go in through and explore. It's, if you're on the homepage, our main page is just olac.org. If you go here to resources and resource library, we have everything listed here in nice, neat little boxes. And so anything from, if you're a beginning farmer, we have resources here for that. Just some things listed, conservation practices, different things. So we really recommend that you guys also go out and explore and learn different things. And that will really help progress your mentorship along as well. So a little bit more about program details. You might not be the only mentee. So mentors are able to have at least 3 mentees at a time. And so just be conscious of the fact that you might be sharing time with your mentors. So you always want to be proactive about the time, like I said before, with your scheduling, making sure that you're communicating well, because they might be juggling other mentees. And so another requirement of the program is to meet with your mentor at least once a month. And that could be a call, a Zoom, in person. Just make sure that you're connecting with them, giving them an update. It doesn't have to be like an hour-long session every time. Just make sure that you're communicating with them well and just updating them along the way. And then once again, there are limited spots available for this program. It is the pilot year, so we're just kind of launching things off and starting with a smaller group. So if you end up applying and don't get paired with a mentor, that's nothing against you. Maybe it's just that there wasn't a mentor available in your area, or there just wasn't someone that really fit exactly what you wanted. So hopefully as we get this program rolling and evolve it more, we'll be able to pair more people up, and you'll be able to get that mentorship. And then, like I said, utilize OLAC resources. Like I showed you on the website, make sure that you're just going off and trying to absorb as much knowledge as you can. Another way you can do that is by attending educational events, and ones that I want to plug that OLAC is doing is on the 24th. So the OLAC Western Workshop will be September 24th. More information on that will be to come. And then our biggest one of the year is OKLAS. That will be in Broken Arrow this year, and that'll be January 27th through the 29th. So those are both really good workshops that you can learn more agriculture knowledge about. So I recommend that you guys check those out. All right, are there any other questions? If not, on here, next steps, like I said, those applications are due September 1st. So if you have not submitted an application yet, or if you have a friend that you think might really benefit from this, they still have time to apply until September 1st. And then, of course, the next big milestone will be October 1st when you find out.